Nothing sucks more than putting time and energy in a strength training plan and not seeing any extra muscle and change in the mirror. Especially when you're over 30 and these two are your most limited resources as you're busy with work or family or both and all the madness that comes with adult life. By the way, I'm Anthony Arvantakis, coach here at Bodyweight Muscle, where we help everyday men build a body that not only looks strong, but also feels strong and capable in everyday life. Whether you know me from some of my self-published books on Amazon, or you've heard me on a podcast like The Art of Manliness, or you just randomly stumbled upon this channel right now, first of all, welcome and make sure you subscribe, but also make sure you download our free guide, Bodyweight First, in order to start putting everything you learn here into practice. A little bit of caffeine. Twins were super active last night, so I think I've gotten only 3.5 hours of sleep or so. But before we dive basically into the two main things that you honestly need in order to build muscle faster than most guys your age, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the importance of seeing progress in the mirror during this journey in order to stay motivated. Because as much as you tell yourself that you're doing this for the more, let's call them, noble long-term health benefits of strength training, like not getting sick, maintaining that self-reliance and capable body into old age and all that, unless you're getting visual feedback of your body changing, something that basically reflects that the work you're putting in also shows on you, it's very hard to stay motivated. And that is the truth. That is how we are wired. That is not a bad thing. So whether you like having your wife, turn her head when you take a shirt off, even if you're married for, 7, 8 years, 10 years, whether you're doing this because you're done feeling ashamed when you go at the beach and you want to take off your shirt, or because you enjoy doing bicep pose and having your son look at you like a superhero. The truth is that carrying a jacked physique over 30 or over 40 gives you a confidence boost like nothing else. So anytime you put on a suit and you feel like James Bond as your shoulders are stretching the jacket, or anytime you put on a simple $10 black t-shirt and you step out the house and you feel like $1 million because, maybe it's the first time you feel your biceps filling in those sleeves, and instead of having your gut stretch the fabric of the shirt in front of you, this time, you feel it more in your pecs. And anytime you step out the shower after a workout with that post-workout pump, looking like a superhero, these are all things that reinforce this habit and basically make it almost addictive. My point here is that if you decide to do this, don't half-ass it. Put in some serious, hard and smart work, both into your training and your diet, and aim for great results. Don't just aim at getting a little bit in shape, because you'll basically get bored before you know it, and then you'll be completely out of shape. After getting back in the best shape of my life in my 40s while having kids, I found that there are two main things you need in order to look better and build muscle faster than most men who just struggle with it until they lose motivation and quit. Building muscle, just like any other practice, requires consistency. And the best hack to increase consistency is by minimizing friction between you and the thing you need to practice. For example, let's say that you wanted to get better at playing the guitar. And in one scenario, you could only practice miles away from your home at a different location with limited opening hours, versus having your guitar easily accessible in your home, out of its case on a nice stand, either in your office or in your living room. In which of these two scenarios do you think you'd practice more and therefore get better at it? That said, here are the two best ways to eliminate friction when it comes to building muscle. Number one is learning to do it with bodyweight exercise. This way you can train almost anywhere, whether you're traveling or on a holiday, or maybe if you're even at a park with your kids and you come across a monkey bar. And number 2 is having your own home gym. Honestly, there's no freaking way in hell that I would stay in shape last year after having twins. You know, having this simple home gym setup here is literally what saved my fitness. And you know, just thinking about it, having to commute all the way to a gym, wait in line, come all the way back home, and basically spend double the time that I needed to train, being underslept, stressed, tired, and all of that. Like I don't see a way that would happen compared to, you know, whenever I would have an extra 40 minutes or half an hour, being able to just step out of my bedroom, step into my gym and get a workout, you know, back into the shower and ready to continue with my day. No comparison at all. At this point, people think you need unlimited space and a ton of equipment to build a home gym. The reality though is that you don't need a lot. For example, my favorite setup consists of a solid dip station, a pull-up bar, a set of gymnastic rings, and a pair of adjustable dumbbells. By the way, you can always check out my favorite equipment recommendations in the description below if you want to support the channel as well. Lastly, one point I want to make here is that although I would personally train at home, or even better, outdoors any day of the year over going to a gym, if that is something that makes practical sense to you, then by all means, make use of it. Just make sure that you have a setup at home as a backup when life becomes hectic. And if you're wondering, how can you switch between the gym and training at home and training outdoors? All you have to do is simply focus on the 7 best muscle building movement patterns that can be practiced anywhere, whether you want to keep it strictly calisthenics or you want to throw some free weights in the mix. These are the vertical pull, your best choices here being chin-ups and pull-ups, the vertical push, the king of all bodyweight exercise, pushing exercises here being handstand push-ups, a horizontal pull, great choice here being inverted rows, a horizontal push. Here we have 2 exercises, which I recommend, push-ups and chest dips, so you can hit the chest from 2 angles and give it that more round, full look. Next we have squats. Ideally, here you want to mix a single-legged squat and a double-legged squat. And finally, we have hip hinge, where you can either mix a harp curl with something more isolated for your hamstrings, or you can just do one exercise, basically any form of deadlift, my favorite choice being the Romanian deadlift. By the way, a lot of these will be impossible for a lot of you in the beginning, but do not allow that to discourage you, since you can find all kinds of beginner-friendly variations or even more advanced progressions for some of you that might need something more challenging in our Bodyweight First guide, which again, you can download by clicking on the link in the top and comment below and the description. In total, these are going to be 8 to 9 exercises, which you can cover in 3 hours of hard training per week. But if you can spend a little bit more time, I would say something closer to 4 hours on your weekly training, you can also throw in some isolation in order to focus on more lagging parts like your abs, shoulders, and arms. Your best supplementary exercises here being bicep curls, tricep extensions, lateral raises, face pulls, and for your abs, I would recommend a mix of any plank or leg raise with ab wheel rollouts or ring rollouts. Keeping in mind that all of these can be done strictly bodyweight, as long as you have, again, a set of gymnastic rings with you, or if you want to throw in some weights in the mix for a change of pace, you can also do them with adjustable dumbbells at home.